Namaskaram, good evening. Welcome to Maths with Surd. Today I am going to teach you algebra, that is of grade 6. Today I am going to take the first class and I am with Ila. So let's start, Ila. So what is the need of algebra? We took in the demo class as well. What is algebra all about? So first of all, before going further, I would like to make you understand about the basics of algebra. Okay, why the algebra is required and what are the basics of algebra. So suppose I ask you to think of any number of your choice and you can take any number. So since I am going to represent that number here, so what I am going to say, I am going to express it. Okay, so I am going to express it and that is known as expression. That is known as expression. Suppose I say that I have got two balls. So I am expressing those two balls in front of you. Similarly, you are having a number of your choice in your mind. So that is also an expression. But to express it, since to write an expression word, I have used the letters. So many letters I have used it. To make it a meaningful word. To make it a meaningful word. But what happens in case of mathematics? To represent a number, we choose a variable. We choose a variable. And that variable can be anything, but it is used as an alphabet of English letters. So there are 26 letters, but generally, I say generally, we use X, Y, and Z, something like that. But you can also use A, B, C, any number, any letters of your choice. Okay. Now tell me, if I ask you, suppose I ask you to add 17 three times. So one way of doing it is 17 multiplied by 3. One way of doing it to add 17 into 2 and then 17 into 1. Okay, we can do this. Property is known as distributive property. You remember this property? Okay. Similarly, if I ask you to add your number 3 times, suppose I am saying 3 times. So you will say, sir, x plus x plus x. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. So we say it as 3x. Wonderful. So that means if that number is also not known, suppose that number is also not known. Okay. So I am asking you to add that number a times. Okay. Please remember this. I am asking you to add that number how many times? A times. So it will become ax. It will become ax. And this a is known as coefficient. This a is known as coefficient. Are you getting it? Okay. Now you can also add a number to it. You can add any number of your choice. And if that number is also not known, I can use another variable, that is b. So this b is known as their constant. Okay. Not to get confused between a constant and a variable, you must be thinking, sir, b is a variable or a constant. So any number whose value is fixed in an expression is a constant. And any values which can take up many values, any alphabet which can take up many values is known as a variable. So here x is a variable, a and b both are constant, but since I can also say you are a girl, I can also say you are Ila. Similarly, the same a is also a constant, but the specific name of this a is coefficient. Why? Because it is attached with the variable x. The constant value attached with the variable is known as a coefficient. All right, and any value which is just added without any coefficient, which is a fixed value, is known as a constant. You understand the difference between the coefficient and a constant and the variable? Okay. Then next comes terms. Next comes terms. What is a term? When I say a term, I am talking about unlike terms. I am talking about unlike terms. So what are terms? So terms are different expressions which combine to form a big expression. Okay, suppose for example I say 2x plus 3. Now how do I say this? How do I say this? So I will say 3 is added to 2 times a number. We don't know the number. It can be any number. If it is 1, the value will go as 5. If this is 2, the value will change it to 7. But we are saying that 3 is added to 2 times a number. So since 3 and 2 times, these are two different expressions and they are added together, so we will say that this is having two terms. This particular expression is having two terms. All right. So when I say terms, I'm talking about unlike terms. A person can write 2x plus 3 as 2x plus 2 plus 1, and he can counter that it has got 3 terms. So it has not got 3 terms because 2 and 1 are like terms, so they will be added. So whenever somebody has asked you to count the number of terms, you will count only unlike terms. All the like terms you will just finalize your answer, conclude your answer. You can just add them or subtract them. All right. With this, I am going to ask you a question now. You have to tell me the number of terms in the following expression. So x square plus x plus 3 minus 2x plus 4. Can you tell me how many terms are there in this expression?
5.
5. All right. So can you name them?
Yes, sir. X square.
Okay.
X.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
2x.
So it has to be said with a sign, beta. You have to include the sign as well. So it is minus 2x. All right. Then
4 plus 4.
But 3 plus 4 is how much, dear? This is 7. You can add them. You can also add x minus 2x, that it is going to be negative of x. So the final answer to this will be x square negative x plus 7. Now I will say that it has got only 3 terms, beta, not 5 terms. All right. So the like terms are to be added first, and then you have to conclude the final expression, and then you will say the number of unlike terms. Since you cannot add x square and x, you cannot add them, so it will remain as it is. Okay, you understood the term, concept of term. Then comes the concept of value. Okay, value is known as, since you are having a name Ila, so we will say any expression as a p of x. P of x is known as value of the expression. So whenever I change this x, I will replace this x with any number, the value of the expression will also change. Let us take an example of this only, of basic term x square minus x plus 4. So this is known as p of x. I am saying that this is also known as the value of, this is also the value. I am taking it as a value. So I am asking you, if I am asking you what is p0, so you will replace this x by 0. So it is going to be 0 square minus 0 plus 4. So which is going to be, can you tell me what will be p1, beta?
1 square
Okay.
minus 1 plus 4,
Okay.
which would be 0.
0.
So 4.
So can I say that P of 0 was also equal to P of 1?
Yes.
Alright. So these are the values. You understood the concept of value? Are you writing it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I am. Yeah.
So then comes the new term that is known as polynomial. What is it known as? Polynomial. See, when you are asking me to teach algebra, I can teach from the book as well. But I am teaching you from that concept that if you are in grade 8 as well or you are in grade 9 as well, the same basic has to be repeated on and on. So I am telling you in grade 6 only. So once you are in grade 7, 8 and 9, these are the basic concepts. You just need to revise it. Okay. So nobody teaches from this part. Okay, they directly take you to the number of patterns finding. So we will come to that as well. But before that, I want you to know the basics. Then comes the concept of polynomial. Now, what is a polynomial? So we have a big father. We can say somebody is a god, which is very big. I have to replace this. So we have an expression, okay, but all expressions are not polynomials. All expressions are not polynomials. There are some expressions which can be termed as a polynomial, but there is a condition behind it. Some expression can be termed as a polynomial, but polynomial is having a condition. What is the condition? The condition is all the exponents, all the exponential power. You know what is an exponential power?
Um, Something multiplied by the same value.
Okay, suppose I say 10 to the power 5. That means 10 is being multiplied 5 times. So this
10 into
5
10.
this 5 is known as exponential power. It has got power. It can multiply it. Okay, all the exponential power of all the variables, or no need of all, the exponential power of all the variables should be a whole number. Means, what does it mean? It means, suppose I am writing x plus y, and if I ask you, is it a polynomial, you will say yes, it is a polynomial, because the exponential power is 1 in this case. But if I ask you under root x plus y, is it a polynomial? So it is not a polynomial, because the exponential power for this x is represented by 1 by 2. You will come to know in later class onwards. The exponential power of a root function is 1 by 2, half. Okay, how this is? Suppose I say 2 square is equal to 4. 2 square is equal to 4. So 2 is going to be square root of 4. Okay. Now see this. When I say half of x is equal to 4, so x is equal to 2 into 4. When this half is proceeding on the other side of the equation, is being multiplied. You know this? Do you know this? No?
No.
Okay. So with this, then comes, you have to know this basic concept known as multiplicative statement. Suppose I said here 5 into 4 is 20. So what can 5 be written as? 5 be written as,
Oh, 20 by 4. That way.
okay, you know this?
Yeah, that I know.
Okay, so please
That was
know.
something else.
So this is the same thing there. See, half of x is 10. So when this half is going to be going on the other side, what it is going to be? It has to be reciprocaled. So 10 into 2 over 1.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
X by 2, 2 will be multiplied. So that means suppose I say 2 to the power 2 is equal to 4. So when this 2 is going on the other side, it will become 1 over 2. This 2 by 1 will become 1 over 2. Are you getting it? So when there is a transposition of equation from one end to other end, in the equation if there is a transposition means anything which is on the left hand side is going on the right hand side. This portion of the equality sign is known as left hand side. This portion of the equality is known as right hand side. So when we are switching the number, switching the variable or anything, the sign is changed. So now you have understood that same can be also written as root 4. So that means this square root is represented as exponential power of 1 over. Alright. So that means if I write under root x plus y plus 4. So this is not a polynomial. Okay. You don't need to know in detail. This is more than enough. This is more than enough that you now know about polynomial. Alright. Okay. So now let's come to the algebra now. What is the need of an algebra? So algebra is just finding the pattern, and we can find with the help of those patterns, we can develop the formulae for many equations. We can develop the formulae. We don't need to do the same things. Now what kind of formulae that we can represent? So you must be knowing that 17 into 3 is how much? 51. Okay. So I can also say that 17 is added 3 times, will give 17 plus 17 34, plus 17 will give 51. 17 into 3 is 51. Can I say that 17 into 3 is equal to 51 is a formula? It's a kind of multiplication tables. So do we really need to add 17 3 times, or we use the table? We use the table. It is a kind of formula only because you have remembered it. Okay. So if you remember the formula or something, it will help you out in calculating things faster. Okay. But to develop the formula, you need to find the pattern. Suppose for example, we take a rectangle. We take a rectangle and suppose this is 10 meter and this is 5 meter. Okay. Now do you know what is a perimeter?
Yes.
Tell me, what is a perimeter?
It's basically the boundary of a shape.
Length of the boundary. Boundary is not the perimeter. Boundary defines the perimeter. The length of the boundary defines the perimeter. Okay. So if I ask you, suppose a person is standing on A and wants to complete the boundary one whole round, what will be the perimeter of this rectangle?
30.
30. So how you calculate it? Can you tell me?
Because a rectangle has opposite, like the opposite sides of the rectangle are equal. So which means I'm going to replace, I consider that CD is 10 meter as well, and AD is also 5 meter.
So did you added all the sides separately, means 10 plus 10, 20, 5 plus 5, 10, and then 30? Did you do like that?
15 times 3,
15
or
times 3,
the other
15
way
times
around.
2.
Sorry, I took 2. Yeah.
15 times 2. That means what you did, you added the length and breadth and you multiplied it by 2. Why 2? Because you know the pattern, it is coming 2 times. Suppose for a square, the same side length is coming how many times? 4 times. So what will be the perimeter? 4 into Are you getting it?
Yes.
The same pattern you need to find now here. Can you tell me, suppose this is a figure 1. How much matchsticks will be in figure 4?
12. So not 12, 8.
12?
8, 8.
8. Suppose I ask you how much matchsticks is going to be figure 100. 200. Okay. Can you tell me how you make out 200? You haven't counted it.
Because each figure increases by 2 matchsticks. So
So,
then
wonderful.
100.
Very good. Well done. Well done, Ila. So, you are so intelligent that you don't need a tutor. Okay. You are so intelligent already. Why you are hiring a tutor then? You are giving every answer to me. Very good. So, if I ask you to write in a general term, what should I write in a general term? Tell me. General means it goes for every formula. So we will say 2 into n, where n denotes the figure number. Alright? The number of matchsticks. By the way, can I ask you who teaches you apart from me? Yourself? You self-study? Or your mom?
My mom
Your mom or
and books.
books? Wonderful. So I'm writing here the number of matchsticks the number of matchsticks is given by the formula. What is the formula, dear? It is 2 times n, where n denotes the figure number, or we can say the pattern number. All right. Okay. Well done. Okay. So you can fill this. I know. So let us go faster. The idea of the variable. So in the above example, we found a rule. Sorry. To give the number of matchsticks required to make the pattern of else. The rule was number of matchsticks required is equal to 2n. Okay. So n is an example of a variable. Its value is not fixed. It can take up any value. We wrote the rule for the number of matchsticks required using the variable n. Now more patterns. So I want you to find out some more patterns here. Can you tell me the rule in asking the number of matchsticks required to make C's? Here C is being made.
3n.
3n. Okay. So is this chapter already taught in the school?
This is the terms.
Okay, what is the running chapter in your school?
So they're not teaching anything right now. They're just revising everything because we have an exam.
When is your exam?
Next.
Next week.
Like this coming Thursday.
Coming Thursday. So all the best. What are the portion that is coming?
Sir, algebraic expressions, integers, just number system and all of that.
Okay, so you know the basic of number system. You can crack the exam very easily. I think you must be a topper of your classes.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I am so honored to teach a topper. Good. Okay. So tell me, tell me the number of f in this case.
F. Okay. $28. No, 24.
No, I want a rule, dear.
F. Okay. So F or just the rule for this total?
How much?
For F or just normally?
No,
For
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 normal
both.
rule, dear. General rule. General rule.
Okay. Five. So four.
4n. I can write also 4f. Right? Wonderful. Okay, so more examples of variable. One may use any letter. So I want you to read this, okay? Let me make you do some work now. Okay, can you read this? And please read it slowly. Don't be too fast. Okay.
So out loud or just?
You have to read it loud, dear, not in your mind.
One may use any letter as M, L, P, X, Y, Z, etc. to show a variable. Remember, a variable is a number which does not have a fixed value. For example, the number 5 or number 100 or any other given number is not a variable. They have fixed values. Similarly, the number of angles of a triangle has a fixed value. For example, 3, it is not a variable. The number of corners of a quadrilateral, 4, is fixed. It's also not a variable, but n in the example we have looked at is a variable. It takes on various values, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you understood the difference between a variable and the fixed values? Great. Well done, beta. Shabash. So now let us consider the variables in a more familiar situations. Students went to buy notebooks from the school bookstore. Price of one notebook is ₹5. Munnu wants to buy 5 notebooks. Appu wants to buy 7 notebooks. Sarah wants to buy 4 notebooks, and so on. How much money should a student carry when she or he goes to a bookstore to buy notebooks? We can give that by rule as well. What will be the rule? The rule is, suppose the notebook is of ₹5, so we will say 5 multiplied by n. Okay, 5 multiplied by n. So they are going to buy only notebook. Okay, suppose they want to go to buy book as well, and book cost ₹m, 6 rupees or 10 rupees. So we can say 5n plus 10m. So we can put the rule, we can put the value, and if somebody wants to know how much, then he can easily calculate. Suppose for example in your class you are having a birthday and you want to share the sweets. So what is the formula? The number of, suppose you are going to share 2 chocolates or 2 sweet pieces to every child of your class. So how you will calculate? You will count, okay, then the total number of students in your class is 30. How many students are there in your class?
25.
25. And how many teachers?
I don't know.
For your class?
There's like
How many subjects are you learning?
10, 11.
11 subjects. For 25 students, there are 11 teachers.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Okay. Fine. So 5n plus 10m, suppose there are 25 and 11 teachers are there. So 25 plus 11 is going to be 36. And if you are going to share 2, so at least 36 into 2. So we will take, okay,
72 chocolates.
72 chocolates, but to be precisely, if somebody asks 3, so at least you will take 8 more. Okay, or so you will take 80 like that. Okay, if somebody is absent or not well or is a health freak, then it is a different game. Fine. So you understood why this is helpful, how this is helpful in our need day-to-day life. So here also you can see the pattern, the number of person are standing in a parade ground. So how many are there, if somebody wants to know? So you will just multiply the column into rows. Okay, these are columns. So columns are multiplied by a row. You know this normal multiplication we do. So number is row into column. Okay, the expression x plus 10 cannot be simplified further. Do not confuse x plus 10 with 10x. 10x means x is added 10 times. X is added 10 times. 10 plus x means 10 is added to x. X can be any number. So 10x, x is multiplied by 10, in x plus 10, 10 is added to s. We may check this for some values. X is equal to 2, 10x is 10 plus 2, 10 into 2 is 20, and x is equal to 10, 10x is equal to 10 into 10, that is 100. Okay, Raju and Balu are brothers. Balu is younger than Raju by 3 years. When Raju is 12 years old, Balu is 9 years old. When Raju is 15 years old, Balu is 12 years old. We do not know Raju's age exactly. It may have any value. Let x denote the Raju's age in years. So x is a variable. Now Balu is younger than Raju by 3 years. That means what will be the age of Balu? Can you tell me?
Raju minus 3.
Yes. So Raju is x. So we will say x minus 3. Okay. So we will say x minus 3. This is for Balu, and for Raju it is x. Okay. So when Raju is 12 years old, Balu is 9 years old, Raju is 15, Balu is 12, we do not know. So it may take any value. So we can say Raju's age is x, and this is going to be x minus 3, and then we can find out, we can take the different values and we can find out all other values. Okay. So I think this question you can just crack it in a fraction of seconds. You are too smart. These questions are too dull for you. You must join my 7th batch, you know. But because you are like a kid who is of an IQ of grade 7. Okay, in fact you can beat some of my students who are in grade 8 as well. Really. Okay, because they were of the corona stage students, so they have just passed out, something like that, not having much of the tougher time. In fact the syllabus is also reduced now, but I am going to teach you the syllabus of 7th grade as well. Okay, because you are smart. So find the rule which gives the number of matrix required to make the following matrix pattern. Use a variable to write the rule. Tell me, be quick. The pattern of letter T. What is the rule? You are on mute, means I can't hear you.
2n.
Yes, it is 2n. You can also say 2t. Try to take the help from this letter as well. Okay, tell me for this.
3.
3, then 3z. Very good, 3z. Okay, so you can quickly let us close this topic as soon as possible. Be quick. Tell me a pattern of letter U.
3u.
Yes.
2v. 5v.
Okay.
5s.
Okay.
6.
6a.
6. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Let's do 2 more questions. Okay. We already know the rule of the pattern of the letters L, C and F, some of which letters okay, give the same rule by L. Okay. Cadets are marching in a parade. There are 5 cadets in a row. What is the rule which gives the number of cadets given the number of rows? Tell me.
5N.
Okay. Try to do this. Question number 4. If there are 50 mangoes in a box, how will you write the total number of mangoes in terms of the number of boxes?
50B.
Okay.
5S.
Okay. Okay. So I think I should take all these questions at once. Okay. Sixth one.
1T.
1T.
T basically.
The bird flies 1 kilometer in 1 minute. Can you express the distance covered by the bird in terms of flying time in minutes? Okay.
T.
So distance covered is known as speed into time. So what is the speed? It is 1 km per minute. So it is going to be t kilometer per minute. Alright. So you have to write fully like this. Distance is given by t kilometer per minute. Okay. No, they are asking you to find the distance. It is going to be t kilometer only. Where t represents time in minutes. Alright. Wonderful. You have to say t kilometer. Okay. Please write the unit as well. Because they are asking you to, can you express the distance covered by the bird in terms of its flying time in minutes? So they are asking you a unit as well. Suppose I ask you, you are buying, you come and say me joyfully, sir, I have bought 4. So how can I understand what you have bought? Okay, you will say, sir, 4 mangoes, chocolates, banana, something like that. In this case also, distance, if you are saying t, so
Okay, T kilometers.
3 kilometers. Okay, so it is understood now. Got it? Okay. Can you tell me for the 7th one?
Um, 9R, 9S,
Okay.
90 dots.
How many dots are there if there are 8 rows?
Whole trade look like SSRE. 72
Okay.
dots.
And then if there are 10 rows,
90 dots.
90. Okay. Okay. The Leela is the Radha's. Read this question. Read it louder. Don't read in your mind.
Yeah. Leela is Radha's younger sister. Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. Can you write Leela's age in terms of Radha's age? Take Radha's age to be uh, X year.
Okay. So what will be the
So
Leela's age?
X minus
X minus 4. X minus 4 years.
years.
Okay. You have to write like this. X minus 4 in the bracket. And then you have to write years. Okay. You will write Leela's age is equal to X minus 4 years. You have to write like this. Will you write that, or you want me to show you how to write?
That's fine.
Okay. Mother, yeah, read the next one.
Mother has made laddus.
Okay, before that I want the proper answer for this. Okay, proper answer. Read the question properly. You can take your time. Chalo, start.
Mother has made laddus. She gives some laddus to guests and family members. Still 5 laddus remain. If the number of laddus mother gave away is one. One.
It is
So
L.
what's
It is L, dear. L.
L? Okay. L. How many laddus did she make? Okay. Hmm.
So first you will write, okay, write it like this: number of laddus mother made
Am I supposed to write this?
is equal to, you have to write this and then you write the answer. Tell me.
Yeah. Number of laddus made is L plus 5 laddus.
Okay.
In L plus 5 in brackets.
Okay, so if the number of laddus mother gave away is L and 5 was remaining, so she made L plus 5 laddus. Okay, great. Can you tell me the 10th one? Read it louder.
Oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. When a large box is empty, the oranges from it fill two smaller boxes and still 10 oranges remain outside. If the number of oranges in the small box are taken to be X, what is the number of oranges in the larger box?
Yes. So you will write first the number of oranges in the larger box
Is equal to
Hmm.
2x plus 10 oranges.
Okay. Wonderful. Now you have to be alert. So when I'm asking you to be alert, please be alert. Don't just give random answers. Just have a look. Okay. If you have already done it, you must be knowing it. Then you can give me the quick answer. But I will have a counter question if I have some doubt on you. Okay. So this is my job, to counter the answers of my student. Okay, tell me. Come on, read it louder.
Oh, okay. Look at the following matchstick pattern of squares, figure 11.6. The squares are not separate. Two neighboring squares have a common matchstick. Observe the patterns and find the rule that gives the number of matchsticks in terms of squares. Hint, if you remove the vertical stick at the end, you get a pattern of C's. So it will be 3n plus 1 sticks.
Okay. Okay. How else can it be written? Apart from this?
No, actually, 3 times n plus 1 or
No, this
1
is
plus
correct. No, I'm saying this is correct.
okay.
I'm asking you, is there any other way to write this? Okay, fine. So I got your answer.
Yeah.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Fine. Let's move on to the next part. Can you give me the answer for this? The number of triangles, the number of matchsticks required in terms of the number of triangles.
2n plus
2n plus
1.
Okay. So use of variables in common rules. So you know, I have already discussed with you the perimeter of a square is 4 into side. The perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B. So we can take 2 common, so it will become L plus B. So commutatively, commutative property you know already, 4 plus 3, A plus B is equal to B plus A. So commutativity of multiplication of two numbers, you already know this. Distributive property, you already know this, right? I've already taught you. Coming to the exercise 11.2. This also you can crack it very easily. I doubt that if class will last for 2 classes as well. So I have to take out the exemplar. But exemplar also you cracked last time very easily. There were some questions which may bring some bit of hard work in your mind, or else rest all you are doing it so easy. So credit goes to your mom, your teachers, yourself and your books. Okay. Can you do this?
So the first one, right?
Yes.
See, take it again. The
Read.
side of an equilateral triangle is shown by J. I can't see it.
This is L.
I can't see it. So, okay. Express the perimeter of the equilateral triangle by using L.
So what will be the perimeter of equilateral triangle?
3L.
Very good. Tell me the next one.
The side of a regular hexagon figure or something is denoted by L. Express the perimeter of the hexagon using L. 6L.
Wonderful.
A cube is a three-dimensional figure as shown in figure 11.1. It has 6 faces and all of them are identical squares. The length of the edge of a cube is given by L. Find the formula for the total length of edges of a cube.
You know what is an edge?
Yeah.
Okay. Then tell me the formula for total length of the edges of a cube.
12L.
Wonderful. So 2 exercises you have done with an ease. In a single class of just right now it is happening only 50 minutes. Okay. The diameter of a circle is a line which joins 2 points in the circle and also passes through the center of the circle. In the adjoining figure 11.12, AB is the diameter of the circle, C is the center. Express the diameter of the circle in terms of its radius. How you are going to define this? Okay. To find the sum of 3 numbers 14, 27, 13, we can have 2 ways. One way is to add 14 plus 27. So you already know this property, associative property. I'm not going to do much details on this. Expression of the variables. Variables can take different values. It has no fixed value, but they are numbers. That is why in case of numbers, operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division can be done on them. One important point must be noted regarding the expressions containing variables. A number expression like 4 into 3 plus 5 can be immediately evaluated as 4 into 3 plus 5, but 4 into x plus 5 cannot be further evaluated as 9x. Somebody may write 9x, somebody may do 20x, so they cannot be further evaluated. Okay, so how it is formed, let us play a game. Okay, so first let us see some examples and then you can say. So y plus 5. So 5 added to y. 7 subtracted from t. 10 is multiplied by a, or a is multiplied by 10, or we can say a number is multiplied by 10. Then x divided by 3, or we can say a number is divided by 3, or we can also say 1/3 of a number. Here we will say q is multiplied by -5, -5 is multiplied by q. Okay, then a number is multiplied by 3 and 2 is added to the product. Two operations. First operation is x is multiplied by 3. So a number is multiplied by 3 and then 2 is added to the product. Whatever we are getting is a product. Sir, here also twice of a number and then 5 is subtracted from the product. Or you can say first y is multiplied by 2, then 5 is subtracted from the product. We can use different terminologies for all this. Give the expression for the following. So 12 subtracted from z, you can give it p multiplied by 16, 16p, p y divided by 8, y by 8, m multiplied by minus 9. So you know all this, I think you must be knowing this. So let's do some exercise. Okay. Okay. Which out of the following are expressions with numbers only? Just tell me. You have to say A, B, C, D, something like that.
Sir, C.
C is regarding only numbers. Okay, very good. What about D? D is also an expression with only numbers. Only 5 is here. Okay.
It's not one number.
So what?
That's
One number is also an expression. I can express 2, I can express 3. These all are going to be only one number only. If you solve this is going to be only one number. Okay. You can say like this, plus 2 into 5 minus 2 into 5. We are adding 0. 10 minus 10 is how much? 0. So can I make this like this? So it is also an expression, okay, with numbers. Identify the operations addition, subtraction, division, multiplication in the form of following expressions. Okay. So I want you to say how they are being formed. Be quick.
what is that variable? Because I can't see it here.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Can you see now?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay. I want you to have your eye test as well. Okay.
Sir, no, the thing is that your screen keeps blurring. Like your camera keeps blurring.
You could have told me earlier.
Like not now, just sometimes in between it happens, but then the screen is still blurred.
No,
Although I have a monitor, so.
No, that is because of some mosquito, because the camera automatically captures the mosquito. So sometimes it happens, okay? So you should have told me. Then I have a setting here. Right now the screen is clear, I think.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay, fine. See, whenever you are having any trouble in watching this, because I have spent a lack of money on all this. If after that also my students are facing some problem, you should have told me, okay? I will make arrangements. All right?
Just now suddenly it became blurred. Okay, before it was visible. Okay, this one is.
Okay. So here, yes, tell me. And you should not use the letter. Instead of that, you will say a number.
Number is added to 1.
1 is added to a number. Okay.
Okay, 1 is added to a number.
Okay.
1 is subtracted from a number.
Very
17 is added to a number. And 17 is subtracted or removed from a number. And then next one. 17 is multiplied by a number.
Yes.
17 is divided by a number. And 5 is multiplied by a number.
No. Okay, what you told for this? 17 is divided by a number.
Number is divided by 17.
Yes. The number is divided by 17. Okay. The next.
5 is multiplied by a number.
What you will say for this?
2 is multiplied by a number and it's added to 17.
No. Okay, you can. That is correct. But the formal way of saying is 17 is added to twice a number. One way. The other way is a number is multiplied by 2 and 17 is added to the product. You can choose any of these two. Okay, this is the formal way. So just make it formal. Again say this.
17 is added to 2 times a number.
No, don't say 2 times a number. Say twice of a number.
Twice of a number, okay.
Yes.
17 is added to twice of a number. The next one is 17 is subtracted from twice.
Yes. The other way of saying it?
17 is subtracted. No.
A number is multiplied by 2, and then
Yeah,
17, a number is multiplied by 2, and 17 is subtracted from the
product.
Wonderful.
Okay. The D is 7. 7 is
Ready?
multiplied by a number.
Okay.
Minus 7. And then, no, plus 3. 3 is added. Okay, well, 3 is added to minus 7 times the number.
No. So when you are doing times, it is a positive multiplication. You cannot do the negative multiplication. So first you can say like that, minus 7 is multiplied to a number and 3 is added to the product. Very good.
Minus 7 is multiplied by a number and 3 is subtracted from the product.
Very good. Now tell me how you are going to write this.
7 plus P. P plus 7.
Yeah, very good.
7P.
How much?
7P.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, C. Yeah. B is P minus 7.
Okay.
D is P by 7.
Okay.
E is minus 7 minus 7. F minus 5 minus P.
Yeah, that is correct. Minus 5p you can also say. Minus 5p.
Last one is P times minus 5 working.
So this is also be
5.
minus 5p.
Next one is minus 5p again.
Okay.
Well, then all of the answers can be the same thing.
Yes. See, whenever we are saying a number in a negative form, we will say we don't use the variable. See, can you use like the? Can you say like this? 5 minus p. It is looking something awkward. The right way of saying this is minus 5p. Also, you cannot say minus p5. Okay, p5 is not understood as 5p is understood. 5p means p is added 5 times, minus 5p means p was added 5 times but in the opposite direction. Okay, okay, fine. So well done today, Ila. I am really happy the way that you are answering, the behavior that you are showing in the class, and your positiveness. Everything is so good. Really, I am so happy. And so with this, I am going to close this class with all the YouTube students that have joined me. So keep sharing and subscribing the channel. So goodbye from my side. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.